Today we're seeing how fast we can make $100 with Uber Eats only. It's not an Uber bag. We already received our first order. It was for $10. Under 3 miles, an amazing order, but that means the timer has already started and it took me 5 minutes to get down to my car. Now let's go get that order. By the time I got to the restaurant, the order was just sitting there on the counter, just waiting for me. Perfect pickup. Great first order of the day. And we'll see how much time has passed when we drop it off. Got that one dropped off, and yes, there is a possibility of receiving more than $10 for that order because the base pay was $2 when we dropped it off. And as we know, Uber hides tips over $8, so that means, hey, it could be a lot more than 10, maybe a little bit more than 10, or just 10. Either way, it's fine. Great drop off, and it's only been 18 minutes since we accepted that order, so let's go find another one. We're driving back to our hotspot and got quite a few orders, but of course we don't like any of them. There's no reason to accept a bad order. Uber has a decent amount of orders, not as much as DoorDash, but still enough to where we can be somewhat picky. And then we got this $10.96 order. It's 7 miles, really far, but the estimated time says 23 minutes. That's what I'm really excited about here. We're gonna take it. I think it's gonna be really quick. It's to a good restaurant, Jersey Mike's. I know that they'll most likely have the order just sitting there right on the shelf for me to take. Maybe it's on the counter, and then we will be on our way. Not the best situation. It looked like they were pretty behind on orders, but I'm very happy that I was able to get out of there in about like 5 minutes after waiting. And it's only been like 36 minutes, and we're leaving the store right now. I'd say we can get this dropped off before like 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes. Maybe not the best decision to take that order. I just didn't really know where I was going. I thought the 7 miles would be pretty good. Unfortunately, it was taking us to a place with not very many restaurants, but I wasn't able to see that because Uber hides the information from me, like the restaurant and the drop-off location, if I don't accept 30% of my last 10 orders. So I thought it was gonna be a good 7 miles. It was a bad one, but it's still possible that I get more than what I saw on the acceptance screen. So we are at $20.96 right now, but it definitely could be higher than that. It's been an hour now, actually more than an hour when we got our third order. This one was for Euros Plus, $7. We'll take it. It's very short distance. I know it'll keep us within our hotspot, which is something that we did not do on the last order. There were quite a few orders that I did not accept, probably like 30 of them, and I rejected all of them because they were just sending me terrible ones as we were driving back into the hotspot. No problems with that drop off at all. $7.14 in my pocket. Now, very interesting thing here. We were driving back to the hotspot and we found out the first tip of the day. It was not $8, it was a lot more than that. So you can see that $19 on the first order, which means we are not sitting at $28.10 like we thought we would be. We're sitting at $37.17. But now we're just waiting at the hotspot because I don't know if we're gonna get a good order soon. I hope so, but I rejected a $5 1 mile delivery from Chick-fil-A. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I was just thinking Chick-fil-A takes forever to make their food, so probably not, and now I haven't received a good order yet. Well, it's been a little bit longer, almost 15 minutes now without an order. I don't know if I'm being too picky, but like a lot of these orders are completely ridiculous. So I figured I might as well make good use of this time by filling up with gas. We got one while we were at the gas station, $11 here for 6.5 miles. Pretty good one. Well, I guess it depends on where it drops us off. Hopefully it's not a bad area this time. This is a bad area. Oh well. Okay, a lot of news to update you on. We got that order dropped off, and when we did, we found out that that one could have a hidden tip. And the second order of the day, that one that was like really far, the one that was 7.2 miles, I think that's what it was. It's that one had a hidden tip. So instead of being an $8 tip, it was a $12 tip, which means the order was a little over $14. And now that means if we are calculating an $8 tip for that Potbelly order that we just dropped off, we're now sitting at $52 and some change, which I'll take that. I'll take that, especially because it is not quite 2 hours yet. Yes, we are going to have to drive back to the hotspot, try to find another order. So it will be over 2 hours by the time that we get there, but I still like our chances for having a good day. Instead of driving back to the hotspot, we're going to stop at Chick-fil-A for this $7 order. It's 4 miles, so it's basically going to drop us off right back in the last location that we were for that Potbelly order. I think that's fine. It's okay. It's another chance to get a decent order after this. The only problem is it's Chick-fil-A, so we'll see if the order's ready. Probably not. Man, I just want one time when Chick-fil-A doesn't overflow their drinks. Just once. That order was fine. It was just spilling soda everywhere. Like, I don't understand why restaurants would fill it all the way up to the top so that it's completely overflowing. Also, I get a lot of complaints about them not filling it up very much, so that's probably why they do that. We need close to $40 to complete the challenge of $100 as fast as possible. Let's see what else we can get. There's a lot more waiting time in between orders if I'm just using Uber Eats instead of using DoorDash and Uber Eats together. So that is the downside with this challenge. So I am going to have to be less picky on these Uber orders, but good thing I don't have to be picky on this one that I just got because it's for Payway, $7, just over a mile. This is a very good order. I would accept this normally if I was also running DoorDash, and it just works out. But it did take me like 5 minutes after coming to the hotspot and parking to get this one. I believe this is putting us at like $66. Now I'm driving the half mile to the customer. We're just hoping to get another order very soon. I don't want to have to just park my car and wait. We're about to cross the 3-hour mark and we're just waiting for orders, man. Like, I know that lunch isn't necessarily the best time to do Uber Eats, but this is part of a whole series where I'm trying to hit $100 as fast as possible with every single app. Well, with most apps. And I just did DoorDash. I did that one pretty successfully. It took, well, you're gonna have to watch that video to find out how long it took. And I just wanted to find out a time to make it like the same for every single app. So I thought if I did the weekday lunch shift for every app, it would be good enough to get $100, and hopefully it is. But with Uber, we're waiting. That makes me really sad about the next apps that I'm gonna try, because DoorDash and Uber Eats are my #1 and #2 apps. Yes, we finally got one. Oh, we've been waiting for just 20 minutes sitting here. I was getting pretty desperate. I almost took this $9 order for 7 miles. I was like, not another 7-mile delivery, and not for Chick-fil-A, please. And I just rejected it. 3 minutes passed and we got this one for over $10. A very short distance for the payout. This is so great. I'm very happy. It's now been about 3 hours and 11 minutes. Let's go to the restaurant. We found out about one of the hidden tips being just $2.75 more, and then we made our way to the drop off, and now we are at least $80 for the day. Accepted this Taco Bell order for $5, but you can see what will happen next. Drive-through line insanely long. Taco Bell, there's a note up here. It says that the lobby is closed. We are canceling this one. So now I guess we are going to wait for our next order. This is very unfortunate. I wanted that Taco Bell order. I thought it would be super quick, but I'd say this is a good consolation prize. Almost $11 for this sauce order for 5.5 miles. Let's see where it drops us. I know that the order will most likely be ready by the time we get to the store. I believe this puts us at $91 to see the $9 order. Of course, the order was just sitting there on the counter waiting for me, and it was actually kind of a far drive, like 13 minutes to go to the customer, but that's okay because it only took 3 minutes from Taco Bell to already driving off to the customer. Supposedly, we just need a $9 order to finish this off, and we're not gonna do it in under 4 hours, but hopefully we can get one very, very soon before we have to park and wait. Huh? Oh, it's been 30 minutes and we finally got an order. It's not a good one. It's $10.01 and it's for pretty far distance for 8 items at CVS. Not a good order, but this will bring me to over $100. Shopping experience, I guess it was okay. It took me actually like less time than I thought it would to get all 8 items. And that's it. We are done. 4 hours, 45 minutes. Whew, man, I really have to switch up this strategy if I'm going to try this with any other apps, because my number 1 and my number 2 apps took me longer than I would have liked. If you want to see the DoorDash video of making $100, click on the video right here and stay tuned for the Grubhub one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.